Well, recent PGA Tour Champions winner Phil Mickelson began the season with a 1 under par round of 71. Jordan Spieth posted a 1 over par 73. So what do we take from Phil Mickelson's opening round, Damon? Are you surprised he hasn't managed to sort of continue that momentum from his win on the Champions Tour?
I wanted to believe, Anna, that there'd be some momentum carried over from what we saw in Branson on PGA Tour Champions. But listen, that was a resort course against the 50 and over set. We're seeing the difference between that. There's a gap, obviously, in talent, in the presentation of golf courses between what we saw on PGA Tour Champions and what we're seeing at Silverado. Listen, Phil Mickelson, I think this is a very important day for him, just in that he needs to play into the weekend to feel some momentum. Phil wants to hold on to things that make him excited and positive. And the week before a major championship, where we've seen him thrive in the past, destroying the field in Atlanta the week before winning a Masters tournament. He needs to see good golf, in my opinion, and he didn't see good golf yesterday. This has really been a place where he has shown some struggles off the tee. He only hit 5 fairways, actually an improvement from what we saw from him last year when he missed the cut. He's going to need to hit a lot more fairways, Paige, if he wants to see the weekend and have some sort of momentum going into New York next week.
Yeah, I was really optimistic coming off of the Champions Tour win just a couple of weeks ago, because I really felt like that would give him some momentum and some confidence. Even though the course setup is very different, it's still, you have to get the ball in the hole. I think yesterday was very much apparent that he couldn't get in the fairway, and it's very difficult to play on the PGA Tour when you can't find a fairway. It's unforgiving. And he even mentioned that after the round, that this is a very narrow driving golf course. It's something that he felt like if he could figure out, it would provide a lot of momentum off of the tee moving into Winged Foot, which actually he described as being a little more generous off the tee, however more penalizing, of course, if you miss the fairway. So I think today is an important day. The good news about yesterday is that he did find a little bit of form on the back nine, on his second nine. So maybe he can carry that into today and at least post a good number. Because sadly, as much as I want to, be excited for Phil Mickelson at the Safeway, we all are watching what's going to happen at Winged Foot next week.
It does seem like improvements on the driver is going to be the key to Phil Mickelson's success today. Now, one thing that he said surprised even him yesterday was that he sort of refound this two-way miss. That left miss that he said he'd erased over the last 3 months is back. Now, the question is, can he pull a DJ that we saw at the Tour Championship and make an overnight sort of miracle recovery from what you've seen from Phil over the years? Has he got what it takes?
I think if anyone does, he can. He can sometimes find something, a swing thought, something to feel positive about. I didn't see much to be positive about, though, yesterday. And I spoke to Neil Regan, who's the longtime historian at Winged Foot. I talked to him yesterday. Said the golf course in Mamaroneck is playing as hard as it ever has. It's been ready to host the U.S. Open since June. It's been a dry summer. The golf course is going to play like a Winged Foot U.S. Open. From what we saw yesterday from Phil Mickelson, he has 0.0 chance to make the cut, let alone compete for that elusive national championship if he's hitting the ball where he's hitting it.
And that's just the truth. And I think we all know that. I think Phil Mickelson knows that.
Well, that's it. No hope for Phil at Winged Foot?
You can't do it when you've got Jon Rahm and Dustin Johnson and Justin Thomas playing a height of power right now. And listen, Phil Mickelson is going to always have a puncher's chance because he is a legend, a top 10, top 15 player of all time. But there were moments even on PGA Tour Champions when he was leaning and knowing that the shot wasn't struck the way he thought. On 18, a couple days in a row, he missed well to the left, but the fairway was so big that the ball ended up feeding back into the middle of the fairway.
But legends are made of something very different, Paige. We saw it with Tiger Woods at the Masters in 2019. That was quite literally lightning in a bottle. No one is more motivated to win the US Open more than Phil Mickelson. Any chance of it just being a freak week and getting the job done?
I want to see a little bit today. I don't think he needs to shoot 7, 8, make the cut. I think he needs to shoot 5, get some momentum moving into next week. It wouldn't even be a bad thing necessarily if he were able to go to Winged Foot a little bit early, if he were to miss the cut this week, if that would be in his plans. So just a little bit of form, find a few more fairways today. Even he knows that that's going to be the recipe for next week.
Okay, Phil Mickelson looking to go low on a Friday at the Safeway Open to just try and build some momentum heading into Winged Foot next week.